After the kangaroo trial, Rizal was escorted to his cell in Fort Santiago to make use of his remaining time. His last 24 hours was his busiest life, as if trying to meet the deadline. At 6 a.m., December 29, 1896, Captain Rafael Dominguez read the death sentence to Rizal to be shot at the back by a firing squad at 7 a.m. in Bagong Bayan. At 7 a.m., an hour after the reading of the death sentence, Rizal was transferred to the prison chapel. His first visitors were Father Miguel Sadera Mata and Luis Veza. At 7:15 a.m., Father Sadera left. Father Veza handed over the Sacred Heart of Jesus carved by Rizal in Ateneo. At 8 a.m., Father Rizal arrived to relieve Father Veza. They joined at breakfast. Lieutenant Luis Tavio de Andrade came and Rizal thanked him for his gallant services. At 9 a.m., Father Jose Villaclara and Vicente Balaguer visited the hero. From 12 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Rizal was left alone in his cell. He took his lunch, after which he was busy writing. It was probably during this time when he finished his farewell poem and hid it inside his alcohol cooking stove, which was given to him by Paz Pardo de Tavera. At the same, he wrote his last letter to Blumentritt.
At 3:30 p.m., Father Balaguer returned to Fort Santiago and discussed with him about his retraction of the anti-Catholic ideas in his writings and membership in Masonry. At 4 p.m., Rizal's mother arrived. He asked forgiveness. They were both crying when the guards separated them. Shortly afterwards, Trinidad entered the cell to fetch her mother. As they were leaving, Rizal whispered that there is something inside the alcohol cooking stove. Trinidad understood. This something was Rizal's farewell poem. At 6 p.m., Rizal received a new visitor, Don Silveno Lopez. At 8 p.m., Rizal had his last supper. He informed Captain Dominguez that he forgave his enemies, including the military judges who condemned him to death. At 9:30 p.m., Don Gaspar Centano, the fiscal of the Royal Audiencia of Manila, visited Rizal. As a gracious toast, Rizal offered him the best chair in the cell. After a pleasant conversation, the fiscal left with a good impression of Rizal's intelligence and noble character. At 10 p.m., Father Balaguer to Rizal submitted the draft of the retraction sent by the anti-Filipino Archbishop Bernardino Nunzalida for signature, but he rejected it because it was too long and he did not like it. A shorter one was presented later, which was prepared by Father Pio Pai, which was acceptable to Rizal. Rizal then wrote his retraction in which he abjured Masonry and his religious ideas which were anti-Catholic. The retraction reads,
Me deklaro katoliko en esta reliyon. Ako'y isang katoliko. At sa reliyong ito, nais kong mabuhay at mamatay. Binabawi ko ng buong puso ang anuman sa aking mga salita, mga sinulat, mga ipinalimbag at inasal, at isang ayon sa aking pagkatao bilang anak ng Iglesia. Pinaniniwalaan ko at ipinahayag ang kanyang tinuturo at sumusuko ako sa kanyang pag-uutos. Kinasusuklaman ko ang masoneria bilang kaaway nga ng Iglesia.
At 3 o'clock in the morning of December 30, 1896, Rizal heard Mass, confessed his sins, and took the Holy Communion. At 5:30 a.m., he took his last breakfast. After this, he wrote 2 letters, for his family and other one for his brother Pasiano. It was also then when his wife Josephine Bracken arrived, accompanied by Cepha. With tears in her eyes, she bade farewell. Rizal embraced her for the last time and gave her his last gift, a religious book, titled Imitation of Christ, which he autographed to my dear and happy wife Josephine.
6 a.m. He wrote another letter to his beloved parents, asking for forgiveness for the sorrows that he had given them, and thanking them for their sacrifices to give him a good education.